Thanks, hands.
Yep. But this is one of Rio's most hated matchups. He definitely does. He's definitely not a fan of this matchup. And of course, Ike does struggle because of his weight, his recovery not being the best, and of course, she does have a lot of things that could just give him basically.
That and also I feel like Bayonetta has the tools to just kind of invade Ike's zone.
Exactly.
And
Because
that's
of
what
course
Rio thrives off of, being able to wait for you to overcommit and punish you as hard as he can off of it. But her tools are very non-committal.
I think amongst the top Ikes, that's where they all like kind of like, you know, thrive at. That ability to like kind of wall you out, like kind of put you in fear because of that damage output, because of that knockback. Of course, you had Waldo, you had before you had the one that plays Korra now, Ryuga. You had Ryuga and you had Sun. Those players were the forerunners of showing why this character is so strong, because you're ultimately afraid of him.
Yep.
Because look how strong he is.
Yeah. So interesting start here. PantyRaid was able to kind of frame trap Rio. But Rio was able to establish stage control and even up the percents.
So what do you think like the best point of like capitalization would be for Rio?
He needs to let PantyRaid do his thing, because interesting. Wow. That was surprising. But this matchup is all about whether you have a good grab game and whether you can punish Bayonetta's landings, because if you just let her roam free with all of her specials and you make the tiniest mistake and she is able to stop you from punishing her lag, you have lost half a stock, almost.
I mean, my best way to explain it would be like calculated aggression. Like, you cannot just force it upon yourself to try to like overpower Bayonetta, because that's where you kind of slip up. When you allow her to get those witch twists, those witch times, that's where she can just open up the gameplay and ultimately just punish you. But when you take it slow, you kind of wait out those side Bs, wait out her reactions, kind of bait her out. That's where you can kind of capitalize. Just like that, you see?
Yep, that was great.
Try to go for the urgent time. Oh my god, but deep.
That was a great option.
Great call out of the witch twist there.
Any time when Rio and Saj play, the more common version of this matchup in Gainesville, Rio will counter Saj's up B, but from the ledge. And so for him to not only run off and do it, but to do it facing toward the stage, so he stage spikes him, that's great. That's great awareness and creativity.
It just adds that extra aspect, because of course, you know, the DI might be on point. Because if you see it coming, it gives you that time to actually call out with the DI. But, of course, being toward that stage, man, it's going to kind of put a little bit of added pressure on you, man.
Lilac Cruz is the pick for Game 2. Not surprising at all. PantyRaid enjoys the stage. We'll see if Rio... Oh, wow, interesting. What we saw there is normally Rio will go for a down throw and start a footstool string, but you saw there he actually took confirmed damage, which I think is a great idea.
Exactly.
You really want to take everything you can get against Bayonetta.
Exactly. Anything to hurry up and get rid of her stops,
yes.
man. Like,
overcommit, overcommitting like that is going to definitely put you in a bad position. And Rio really hasn't returned to neutral since that interaction, but now he's got his footing.
Makes it back, and this is where he thrives, man. Kind of just holding out center stage here, forcing PantyRaid to be on the edge here.
Great use of the fair on shield to just kind of bounce right over Rio.
Oh my god, wow. Jabs, all right, I like that. Just a quick jab, too. There we go, the Rio Copter coming out. And only 49% damage, man. This guy is showing his awareness in this matchup, man.
Oh, now he's going for it. I appreciate that, the mix-up. Oh, that was a great option.
Is he dead?
Almost.
Oh, my god, he almost died.
Oh, okay, that was definitely a terrible option, and he's dead for it.
Yeah.
For no reason.
A little bit of aggression, and that's what we're talking about. You have to have that calculated aggression. You cannot get too antsy, because Bayonetta will capitalize.
No. One more of those will probably take it.
Oh, just a little bit off on the spacing. We're looking for a fair right there.
That's it. Yep. 2-0 in favor of Rio.
And that's why Manny hates Rio.
Yeah,
he hates that setup, yo.
That downer off the ledge was a terrible option, but other than that, Rio was making every great play that he needed to, and he was letting, uncharacteristically, I would say, PantyRaid be the one that was coming in and trying to get something started, whereas Bayonetta doesn't need to do that.
With the damage output, man, just go for your early damage and just back up. Just what can she do? Force her to approach you. Anything that she does throw out is going to be laggy, of course, because of the frame data. That is an issue. And, of course, just give it a smacks. But we have